everyone, and welcome to How Ines Rolls. Today I'm going to be making a yummy pasta salad that I lovingly refer to Maxine's pasta salad, and I'll let you know more about it, but I need to get started. So I got this pasta recipe from a friend of mine. It was one of the teachers I worked with over 20 years ago. So it is a wonderful recipe, and she is from England, and she has like the best stories. I just remember I was like 19 and I think she was in her 30s. And I just remember I wanted to be like all these wonderful teachers. And then now I got into my 30s and now my 40s, and I'm like, maybe not so much. I'm just teasing. But every time we had a get together, when the teachers got together, or so somebody's birthday, so whenever it was my birthday, I said, please, Maxine, just bring that pasta salad. It was so good. And it's like the simplest ingredients, and it wasn't, it wasn't like frilly. It didn't have like extra vegetables in it or anything like that, but it was just so good. And maybe with now that the temperatures are changing and this is a salad that can be eaten cold, I'm feeling like I want to make it. So I have my recipe card back there, in which I will be making for you today at the end of the video. So you can go ahead and refer to this video whenever you want to have the yummiest pasta salad. So I'm just going to get my pot ready because I need to pre-cook the noodles. Obviously, with any pasta salad, you need to have cooked noodles. But my body is dragging today. We are busy getting our house ready and cleaned up for the graduation party that our friends and family are going to be coming to in a few days. So I have lots to do. So this will be good to eat like kind of through the day and maybe even into tomorrow. So the only thing I'm going to have with this for dinner is I'm just going to cook up some chicken, and I'll probably throw some lemon pepper seasoning on it because that just seems like summer to me. I don't know. So this is going to be in here. And so the reason my body is dragging is because I have been painting like crazy, and I'll show you what that is maybe in a couple minutes. But oh, I'm so glad the painting's done. So using some very easy ingredients, we just have some olive oil, some Parmesan cheese. I like to use the petite diced tomatoes rather than just the diced tomatoes. Sometimes I get them with already Italian flavored. Sometimes that helps. Also some garlic and some, I love fresh basil, so that'll go right into it. I'm just gonna put all these ingredients into a bowl and then just add the noodles to it. So easy. So as you can see, I've already started putting some things in. This recipe, I'll give the measurements at the end, but I kind of like to put some more stuff in it. So it's okay for me to have more Parmesan cheese. Maybe it says it calls for 2 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil. So I just kind of eyeball it and then add a little bit more if I need to. Because sometimes, it just needs a little bit more in the sauce. You know what I mean? Like to wet up all of the noodles. And same thing with the salt and the pepper. Like this, it just calls for a teaspoon or half a teaspoon. But if I feel like it needs a little bit more, I'm going to put a little bit more. And I don't think you can overdose on basil, so it's more on your taste. This is yummy sea salt, so that's great. So you're just gonna mix that in. You want these flavors to marry. And I'm just gonna cut some. I have some of that basil, and I want to kind of cut it smaller. That way my family will eat it and not be like, what's this big chunky thing? Because you know how they are with onions. So I'm just going to put that into there. And it calls for 2 tablespoons. So I'm just going to, this is about 1, and then I'll add in the second one. And then I'll just get those noodles in because they're all done and now they're cooling down. So now I'm just going to slowly add in the pasta. It smells so good. It kind of smells like a pizza. So that's how you can get your kids to eat it. But you can see that it's easy to get all those flavors in there, and it's so good cold to me. Now, if you're one who loves olives or little chunks of cheddar cheese, kind of like a pasta, like a traditional pasta salad, I would go ahead and try it in there too. Like, I think olives would be great. But I think like maybe more little chunks of mozzarella cheese might be better because it's kind of got more of an Italian So, but it's so good. And I might add a tiny little bit more of salt, just because pastas tend to need salt. And you know, since I'm already adding salt, I'll probably add more pepper too, because we like a little bit of kick into this. Not like super spicy, but just a little more flavor. And this is looking so good. So I'm gonna just make some chicken with this and it will be perfect. So I've just mixed it all together. Looks, smells good. So Jonas came wandering over and he wanted to try it. Do you want to try it? It's a little warm, but it's going to be put in the fridge. It's going to be so good. You could even eat it warm if you wanted to. Sound good? You like that?
It kind of tastes like a pizza.
It looks like, kind of tastes like a pizza. I usually make these when it warms up, like this summer weather. It's like perfect for this. It'll be so good with some chicken later, right? For dinner. So good. So I'm just prepping some chicken here, the chicken that I got from Silicone, and I'm just gonna put it into a pan that has some butter and oil, and I'll be adding lemon pepper to it. So good. So while it's just frying up, I will be turning it over a few times and adding lemon pepper. It's one of my favorites. In fact, I love putting lemon pepper on bagels with cream cheese and tomatoes. Have you ever tried that before? Oh, it is so good too. And here's my plate. It's ready, all dished up. I love it. It's got good flavor. It's light and easy to make. You saw how I was putting it together. And that is just the lemon chicken, and it's ready to taste. I can't wait. So it's my favorite part. I love to taste it. Mmm, so good. Ooh, it's got a little kick because I put 2 packets of my red pepper flakes, so it's got a little kick. So good. Mmm. So I've had this recipe for over 20 years and I still love it. Thanks, Maxine, for that recipe. I think she was tired of me always asking for the recipe or asking her to bring it to our functions. So I'm so glad I have it. So if you've liked this recipe and you think you're gonna try it, give this video a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, click subscribe. I'd love to have you along. I love to cook. So stick around. You just never know what I'll be rolling out next.